Thank you.
Thanks, Tony. Good report.
Police chief, please.
Good evening. We started the month off in negotiated November, raised $420 for the Gary Sinise Foundation. So the guys are happy we participated in that. We'll have 3 new police officers starting on the 21st of November, and then we'll have 2 new police officers starting in the first 2 weeks of December. We listed the recruiting again, so we'll test again on the 17th. So far, we have 1 applicant to test. Things are moving along, slow but sure. We'll keep after it. Tomorrow, we're going to pick up the new special operational. That will be the Little Time unit, field command post, and expect to see some UI checkpoints early in the summer. We can utilize the van. 7100 van is available.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That one, but in the LPR, there's
That one.
so we did talk about that.
Okay.
Looks like it's going to be a go.
Okay. And if it looks like we can get some more to add more cameras, we'll just take it from there.
Take as many as we can get. Our cameras are now reading plates, so we can set up a hot list. We can enter anything we want. We want a bowl of, look out for any vehicle we can.
Some issues with the big. I don't have a lot this month. You guys already mentioned the church fire. With the church fire, also had help from the police. Public Works was up there helping us because we had to actually do partial demolition of that to finish putting out the fire. So a little bit of work between all the departments. Water Authority was also up there. If any of you heard anybody saying about the water issues, the water supply in that area is good for residential use, and I'll say a normal house fire, but when you get a bigger building, it tends to draw more water. Water Authority worked with us, so we were able to fix the problem very fast and find water. So there's no big issue.
That was something that we discussed up there was concerning the water pressure. So I don't know if there's an issue with water pressure on that side of Williamson.
That, when we're talking to Water Authority, and they could answer that question a little better. That side of William Penn is part of an older system. They have, it's much better.
Right.
The only other thing I have is, and Chief didn't bring it up, but he's got encrypted and people not being able to hear it. They've switched over completely, and we are switched over also. Once we were the first ones, we were kind of used as the guinea pigs because we're the busiest. So we worked through a few issues up front. They were corrected fairly fast, and then the rest of the county started with all the police departments, the ambulance services, and now they're in the process of programming and upgrading all the fire departments. They were the first ones to switch over.
There were so many people complaining that how dare they with the encrypted. I mean, being nosy, but let them do their jobs.
Ironically, I've been on the committee since the beginning. It's a safety issue with the police and stuff. It's not, day-to-day stuff they don't always need to hear.
No, thank you.
But, all I have. If somebody has any questions.
Any questions, council? Thanks, Chief. SBL Finance, Bob.
Just an update on parking tickets on the City of Johnstown website. So there's locations there now that, so any monthly parking invoices or permits, that kind of thing can be actually paid right on the website. So we're working on that, and I would say in the next few weeks it should be functional, completely functional. The other thing is Dave is ordering tablets for the code officers to go out and make the field. So we're moving forward. That's the layer of the software, and we'll have it functioning completely. So, any questions?
How are we going with amusement tax collection?
Amusement, the mechanical device, we have had about 30, we've gotten about 40,000. We haven't heard from, we've sent out 2 letters, and I actually have to talk to Ron about what the next step should be with that.
Who's the third party, who's doing the collection of the, I guess, are you guys doing it, or is it a third party?
For sergeants, but he's completed all the 30 people that have placed. We had him go out and verify the inventory and put a sticker on each machine. So now it's just a matter of working on the other 40.
Will he be doing that?
Yeah, we could have a temp come in and do that, once those are paid. But we have to decide how we're gonna go out and, look at those 40 establishments.
So every year you do this, correct?
Yes,
Every year, okay. So every year you visit these places, and how do you know that these places have not helped out? Is it word of mouth, or just people tell you, or how does?
yeah, that's what it's gonna be, and maybe sending out the codes officers to me, that I didn't think would have those, and they had some in. So that has to be, so we're gonna have,
This license,
Yeah.
that's where you were supposed to work.
Right.
Well, what we did, that's what I was gonna say, when we started out on this, we had the business license data, the business, or the permitting data, and then we also sat down, myself and my department and codes, and pulled up a map of every single neighborhood, and went neighborhood by neighborhood, and then cross-checked the business license data, and then, said, okay, are there places missing on here, there are, unconventional places that may have them, and, we did a pretty deep dive into,
because
taking a look at every neighborhood and where these might be located.
that's a good point, because the internet is a good service for that, for looking through neighborhoods. And
Do they ever get any kind of state licensing for that, or anything?
Not yet, but the state's working on it.
Okay, so the state would be, I guess, what if the state gets on board with this, they would be the provider of the data.
Valid, and then hopefully they would pass this data along to municipalities.
Well, that's
I mean, it's one of those things that's taken some time to work its way through the legislature.
We stumble on something here, and we finally get it going.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, but yeah, I was wondering what the process was to make sure that a little mom and pop store.
Yeah.
In the back room there.
it's gonna be a combination of things that we look at to keep track of that.
Well, maybe the businesses that are getting into this.
Effectively.
I mean, they have to pay, their friends are gonna pay too, right?
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you, Bob.
Okay.
Community development, Ron?
Good evening, everyone. Just to follow up with what Mr. Rose was talking about, we're going to be submitting a proposal here in December to the federal government to get that designation. It's a competitive designation, which everyone there. Great discussion led by Rosalie Danchenko. They had a client, they're a Ukrainian refugee that had sought services from them as well. He did a great job explaining the complexities of coming to this country and navigating the system, and the good folks there at Highlands Health really helping them out. So that was really great to hear and to see that, in person. So we as the city, of course, offer up whatever support we can in regards to that application that they're submitting. They've been doing great work for, I believe, 27 years here in the community. So we want to, continue to support them as much as we can. In addition, thank you, Ms. King, for mentioning earlier about the public sessions that we had for the Main Street project. As follow on that, we knew we weren't going to have a successful project unless we were successful in public input. And, through this process, we received over 1,000 points of input from the community. Not all from the city, but a lot from the city, which is really what the efforts. But, leading into that, back on October 18th, I got to go down to Cumberland, Maryland. They're currently engaged in a large-scale streetscape project down there. Supplied their city engineers and their input on our project as we get ready to do construction as well. So We really appreciated them hosting us for the day back on the 18th of October. The evening of October 19th, the Los Angeles group had asked if I can come out and talk to them about the Main Street project. So we took a lot of visuals out there, talked to about a group of 20 people about the project, got some input from them as well in regards to what we're working on. So they all seem to be excited about the effort. And then back on October 26th, and the rest of the project team with Jaha and Kansas, the 50% design phase of the project. So we had about a 2-hour conversation about details in regards to that. You know, they're navigating one of the complexities that we educated them on alternatives for that right now. We'll get those included within the 50% design plans that we expect to see in December. And then finally, working on a grant application for the local share account grant program. Through that request, our application is going to include upgrades to the West End Fire Station, along with the purchase of 2 police vehicles that we need. So we'll be summoning the application, getting that submitted by the end of the month. Any questions for me?
I would approve you all.
Just one more thing.
I went to the Watson Renaissance meeting, we're thrilled with your explanation of raised grant and the park and Main Street, and it put to bed all the wrong information that is out there.
Yeah, and unfortunately, on the second floor of City Hall. It's the same answer, no matter what day you talk to me, in regards to the project. I coordinate all aspects of that on behalf of the city, and we'll meet and talk with anybody about the project at
We're
any
very
time.
happy.
I appreciate that.
See, that's it, I'm done.
We're not over at the meeting.
You're right.
What I was going to say, John, is that it was a blessing at that meeting. I meet the young lady you talk about. You know, some from foreign countries, but to actually sit there and talk to this lady, young girl, at this 25, 26,
34, I believe, so.
coming from Ukraine. And this to them, like we put our jackets on and they put a knife on the lip. How they getting here to the United States and fighting the people for conducted here. That was really touching. I mean, their voice, you see this on TV, but when you really see it up front, because we don't know how lucky, how blessed we are. You know, we are truly blessed. I mean, it was very touching.
It wasn't, the purpose of that, from Rosalie's standpoint, was really to showcase that kind of storyline for the politicians, who she's seeking that guidance from and that support from. And I think that really came through at that meeting, so appreciate you being invited.
Just a comment, I wasn't able to make that meeting, but I know we throw our support as an agency in the city with Rosalie, and she's really done the groundwork. She's the ones in the community, out in the neighborhoods, really doing the things that need done in the community. So just kudos to her, and hopefully she can get the grants she's applying for and move forward.
And she's definitely supporting the city residents that we're always talking about here at these sessions, so.
I do have some. Okay,
You use stuff with women.
I don't. And I asked you and I asked Dave too, the listing of code violations for director.
And lucky for you, that's a perfect tee up for when Dave's gonna come talk with you right now.
There you go.
One question,
So,
the second round of demolitions, are they in place? And when will they start?
the second round, the RFP has been developed, I can't recall anything. Yep,
Thank you, John. Dave, please, would.
One quick thing.
So, Bob, I have no report. So, yeah, within the codes department, there was 27 building permits this year. The last month, there was 92 violations. As John stated, I do have a report for all of you, what was issued per code officer, and for what service request was issued. I can provide that at the end as well. One thing I wanted to touch on, the rental registrations. Last year, there was 115 rental registrations. rental registration forms sent in, just in the year of 2022. This year in 2023, we have 278 rental registrations, in which we're going to start chipping away at doing the rental inspections. I talked to Chief Stotler, Codes Department. So I have 12 scheduled. As Bob Ritter had said, we're entering those new rental registrations into the new Edmund software, trying to build that out a little bit more. And as we're entering them in, and speaking with the property owners, we're trying to schedule those rental inspections